Lots of racing action to look forward to on the long weekend. Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smith. Good to have you along as we look ahead to racing on Saturday. Midway through the long weekend, we've got a double header of local action. Down in Cape Town, we're racing at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, and on the Highveld, racing at Turffontein on the standside track for a 10-race program that gets underway at 11:50. The first race only has 9 runners contesting it. It's a maiden juvenile plate for fillies over 11:60, and immediately my eye fell on number 5, Princess Kira, who last time out ran in the Wilgebersdorf listed Ruffian Stakes. She took on winners, and that was after a moderate debut, and last time out also showed signs that she may just have needed that outing, but she did stay on to finish 4th in a listed feature. What was encouraging was that she showed the expected improvement from first to second start. She would have come on with the benefit of that run. She should strip much fitter now, having a second run after a layoff. Gavin Arena is booked to rider for the Sean Tarry yard, and to me rates the one to beat, with further natural progress that is expected. Her biggest danger, I think, is number 6, Queen's Impact, who also made the expected improvement from first to second start and will have more to come. For third, I'm going with 3, Little Miss Splendid, and fourth, number 1, Concordia. 5, 6, 3, 1. The numbers in the first. Second race on the card is a maiden juvenile plate over 11:60. 8 runners to contest the second. Race 2 also the opening leg of the bipot, and you need to be on at 12:25. Here I'm looking no further than number 8, Blind Fire. This horse raced green and was in need of that debut over 1,000 metres of the VAR last time out. She would have gained from that experience. We can expect any amount of natural improvement. She definitely will be involved in the shake-up. She's got Andrew Fortune on board. She runs for the Tony Peter yard. She also gets a 6 allowance, and to me should give the boys a run for their money. So I'm going with number 8, Blind Fire, to win it, ahead of number 1, Blizzard Quest, 5, Simbine, and 2, Carnarvon. 8, 1, 5, 2. The numbers I'm going with in race number 2. Third race is the opening leg of the Place Accumulator, a maiden plate of 1,000 metres. 9 runners are carded to contest race 3. It jumps at 1 p.m. That's when you need to be on with your PAs. Now here there are a couple of them that are renewing rivalry, the likes of Old Fashion, Ringo, Turf Guru. I'm siding with number 3, Old Fashion, who, if one looks at the form, you can see has been a model of consistency of late. Finished second over this distance of the VAR last time out, and if you look at the overall form, you'll see finished second in his only attempt over this course and distance. Pierre Stradham is booked to ride for Hollywood Racing and Clinton Binder, and I do think he may be able to make the difference to unsettle in the number 1 box. I'm going with 3, Old Fashioned, to win it, ahead of 6, Ringo, 5, Turf Guru, and 1, Elysian Bow. Fourth race, first leg of the Pick 6, and you need to be on at 13:35 if you are getting involved in the Pick 6. Race 4 is a maiden plate for 3 rolls over 1,400 metres, 9 runners to contest race 4, and my eye immediately fell on the solid form of number 1, Dylan's Champ. Now the form line of that last start has also been franked twice, but the horse that won, Immediate Edge, has come out and subsequently won again since then. And the 5th place horse, Count Hikuku, has also come out and franked that form line. So that has given that form a very good boost. Andrew Fortune is booked to ride for Fabian Habib, and with some luck in running and some lucky owners that it does represent, I do think will be rewarded for consistency. So I'm going 1, Dylan's Champ, to win it, ahead of 9, Saudi Sweep, 2, Obsidian, and 3, Afterburn. 1, 9, 2, 3 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 4. That takes us on to race 5, first leg of the first jackpot, a maiden plate for fillies over 1,400. 10 runners to contest the 5th race. It jumps at 14:10, and I'm looking at the horse that finished in the money in all 3 of its starts over this distance, and that is number 4, Cape Saffron, as my first choice in race 5. Now last time out, she was staying on when second best over the course and distance. Regular pilot Jeffrey Seister, who knows her well, retains the ride. She's still on the up and will have the run of the race, as she will be jumping from pole position for part owner Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene de Monaco Grimaldi. And I think she should have more to come and go one better to end up in the winner's enclosure. So I'm going 4 Cape Saffron to win it, ahead of 1 Summer Winter, 2 Winds of Grace, and 6 Wearing of the Green. 4, 1, 2, 6, the numbers, race 5. 6th race on the card is a merit-rated 76 handicap over 1,400 metres, a field of 10 runners to face the starter, and my first choice selection is number 1, Jazvar. Now, Jazvar last time out set the pace, found extra when going from start to finish to win that last start over the course and distance. Now, the horse that finished third that day was a horse called After Hours, who has subsequently come out and franked that form line to give it the much-needed boost. His records speak for itself over this track. In fact, if one look at the course and distance that he's contested, for 4 runs, he's finished first on 2 of those occasions and second once from those 4 starts. And with Andrew Fortune in the saddle for Grant Maroon, I think Jazvar can continue about his winning ways. So I'm going 1 Jazvar to win race 6, ahead of 2 Sigris Swing, 9 Tembi, and 3 There's a Light. 1, 2, 9, 3 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 6. Race 7, graduation plate over 1,600 metres, 8 runners to contest the first leg of the second jackpot. You need to be on at 15.20. And when it comes to these plate races, the first thing I do is look at who is the best weighted, because ultimately that is the horse that I'm going to be siding with. And in this case, it's number 1, Aristotle, who also brings very good feature race form with him into this race. Disappointed last time out in the Grade 1 SA Classic. I remember going for him last time out in that particular race, purely because on the strength of his penultimate run, when he was third in the Grade 2 Gauteng Guineas, I thought he must have had a very good chance of going one better in the Grade 1. But he's now back in graduation company, and on Saturday he's also having his peak run with Kabela Matsanyani, who retains the ride for Alec Laird from Stallgate 3. Definitely stands out as the horse to beat. 1 Aristotle to win it, ahead of 8 Too Late My Mate. For third, I'm going with number 4 Kamensky, and 2 Royal Force for fourth. 1, 8, 4, 2, the numbers, race 7. That takes us on to race 8, which is a middle stakes to be run over 2,000 metres, 9 runners to contest race 8 on the programme. And I'm siding with the top weight in the 8th race. I'm going with number 1, Natyam. Thought he just needed that last run. He's from the Tony Peter Yard. He ran in the listed Aquanaut Stakes last time out. He would have come on with the benefit of that run. He should strip much fitter now having his second run after rest, coupled with the fact that he won his only attempt over this course and distance, and I do think he can bounce back to winning ways. So I'm going 1 Natyam to win it, ahead of 5 Wafif, 4 Starquain, and 6 Apache Sun. 1, 5, 4, 6, the numbers, race number 8. Race 9, Pinnacle Stakes over 1168 runners, and you know the drill. Pinnacle Stakes means who is best rated, and in this case it is number 6 Karate Kid, who comes in with just 53.5 kilograms on his back. I think we can put a line through that last start when the jockey was dislodged shortly after the jump. The form line of that race has been franked by the horse that finished seventh, a horse called Taxi to the Moon, who has subsequently come out and won. And as you know, this time of the year, I definitely am in the camp of the 3-year-olds, so 6 Karate Kid definitely for me. He's ideally suited to this track. He's a model of consistency, and I do think can be rewarded accordingly. So 6 Karate Kid to win it, ahead of 4 Quantum Theory, 5 Mount Pilatus, and 3 Dreamland. That takes us on to the lucky last, race 10. It jumps at 17.05, a merit rated 66 handicap to be run over 1,000 metres. A big field of 15 to round off the day. Not an easy end to the day, but it is a case where if you pick it right, you can end up making a few rand. I'm going with number 7 Pacific. I thought this horse certainly must have a chance. Was running on in the closing stages last time out when beaten just under 1 length into third position. He is now 3.5 kilos better off at the weights with number 5 Samoa, with whom he renews rivalry. And I do think that he will take a power of beating in the loss. He was also second in his only attempt over this course and distance. Muzieni retains the ride. This is St. John Gray's only runner on the day. Need I say more? I'm sold. 7 Pacific to win it, ahead of 5 Samoa, 9 Dancing Dora, 13 Twice as Wild. And that takes care of racing at Turffontein on Saturday. Trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable long weekend's racing. Till next time from me, Rouvaun, you take care. Cheers for now.